Welcome to another Sherlock review, as it says in the title, or title, wherever it is. So obviously this review is The Blind Banker, which was the second episode of this first series, and it was based on The Adventure of the Dancing Men, the book, the mini story, the short story, I think it's called. So basically, what did I think? Well, the pre-title sequence, for any of you who don't know, it's the scene before the titles. Some shows don't have it. Doctor Who has it a lot nowadays, not as much as it used to. But yeah, the pre-title sequence I just thought was boring. It didn't do anything for me. Obviously, it has a lot to do with the plot, but I don't like the plot. The plot is boring. The kind of mini plot with the graffiti, well, it's not a mini plot, it's still the same plot, but I enjoy the bit with the graffiti, and I enjoy the whole thing. Well, I enjoy the whole thing with the graffiti, but I just completely dislike the main stuff. I'm still watching it now, it's on pause, but I just didn't want to watch the end because it would be too late to do this review, and I wanted to have one up every day or two, and I really couldn't be bothered to film another one tomorrow, which I probably will, which will probably be The Great Game, because that is obviously the next episode. Hang on. Then after the titles, you've got that bit with John in Asda, I think it is. It's either Asda or Morrison's. I think it's Asda. Just trying to make my hair look normal. Hang on. So my computer just turned off. It's not got much battery left, like my camera, so I'm going to try and make this review as short as possible. So Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock, again, brilliant. One of my favourites, my second favourite after Robert Downey Jr., as I said in the last review. As I said again earlier in this review, I don't like the plot of this story. It's just boring, and but I do like the bit with the graffiti, which is all right. That's the bit with the books where they're looking for certain words in books. I'm on that bit now, and I do enjoy that bit, so that's why I've paused it rather than let it just run. So the fact that Holmes never actually, is just like thinking with his eyes closed, and he never actually realises who is and who isn't in the room at that moment. So obviously he didn't realise that John had left, and so he just kept asking John for a pen even though he wasn't in there, and that made me smile. It was just a bit of something comedic, because obviously a more modernised version of Sherlock would have a bit more of a sense of humour than he would in the books. So it's nice to see that, I think. And then the sarcastic bit with the detective inspector, I can't remember what his name is, but he says something like, does he climb up the wall like Spider-Man? And I smiled at that bit too, because I'm into Spider-Man. I'm into a lot of Marvel movies. I'm going to be watching. Hang on. The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm going to be watching that very soon. Might do a review of it. I don't know. but that will either way be after the Face of Evil, so it'll be quite a while away. So if you want to see a review of that, say in the comments below that you want to see it. So finally, just a bit more I wanted to mention the bit with Sherlock trying to see if John can remember it properly, and then the average human memory span is only 62% accurate. I enjoyed that bit too. I just thought I should point that out. So obviously it was based on The Adventure of the Dancing Men. That's pretty much it for this episode. If you're into a lot of museum stuff, I would recommend this. There's parts of it which are alright, but then again there's parts of it which is boring. So I would say give it a watch, because you might enjoy it. It is one of those stories where you either love it or you hate it. It's like Marmite. So yeah, if you just want to watch one because they're by the same makers of Doctor Who, I don't think you should start with this one. Maybe wait. Well, I think maybe you should watch the first. Watch series 1, except this one, or maybe you can watch them in order or whatever suits you. So yeah, thanks for watching this review. Next time is The Great Game. I can't remember what it's based on. I will tell you in that review. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.